So now that you've done some research, we're trying to get to our first few deals. Now, a lot of people, when they go to the first few deals, they go to market. Okay, right now they're going to go and do some prospects, some targeting. I don't care whatever solution, that your product, solution, or service you're selling. The easiest deals to close would be those from your personal network. The people in your personal network, they know you, you have that relationship with them, you have that rapport with them. Yeah, well, hopefully most of them. So they're going to be much more receptive to listening to your pitch and hearing what you have to say. Yeah. So let's utilize this. Yeah. First thing you do, first step is go to your network. Yeah. Before you going all out, go to your network. Understand your product, solution, and service. What problems does it resolve? And what benefits does it bring the company? They are two different companies. Yeah. There are companies that will have a problem that your solution can resolve. And there are companies, yeah, that are looking for those benefits that your solution can provide. Yeah. Now you probably think those are one and the same thing. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yeah. For an example, a company might be might have a problem where they are struggling to get revenue or struggling to get business, so they need a lead generation solution. But it might be a case of they just want more. They're not struggling, they're doing very, very well, but they just want more, so they also might want a lead generation solution. Yeah. So think about it in two ways. What are the problems that your solution resolves, and what are the benefit that your solution provides? Yeah. And look at those two categories, define which kind of companies, yeah, will be receptive to hearing those kind of messages, and go directly to your network and find these people. Yeah. Now, once you've identified a pool of companies within your network that will be receptive to these kind of messages, you need to then categorize them by industry, categorize them by the strength of your relationship, categorize them by the location. Why do we do that? The reason is that we're building up a kind of a niche for ourselves. Yeah. For example, selling into the finance industry. I'm an IT salesman. Selling into the finance industry is notoriously difficult. Yeah? Selling into the pharmaceutical industry is notoriously difficult for me. Yeah. So when I find companies in the finance or the pharmaceutical industry, I usually steer clear of them because it's very, very challenging for me to sell into those industries. However, some other people might have solutions which is more aligned to the finance industry or more aligned to certain manufacturing industry or to various industries. You need to understand where your solution is going to provide the most value and the most benefit to your prospects. Once you understand that information, you can then utilize that information to build yourself up some case studies, and some expertise within the area where you really understand all the problems, the problems, the pains, the challenges that these industries has, and then obviously can then effectively align your solution to the needs of the prospect. So by now you've gone to your network, you've identified a pool of companies which you believe are interested in your product, solution, or service. You've categorized them, so by industry, location, and by the strength of your relationship. And now you've probably done your first couple of meetings. Now, bearing in mind that these guys are people from your network, i.e., you should have a relationship with these people. Yeah, they are not random strangers who you've just pitched. Yeah, these are people who you have some kind of previous relationship with, even if it's just that you've connected with them on LinkedIn and they've been watching your posts and you may have had a couple of exchanges. It doesn't matter. It's not a cold engagement. So these people can be much more receptive to when you follow up after the meeting to ask them for some critical feedback. Now, again, the idea is not that we closing these people. The idea here is that we are trialing and testing different methodologies, and we are testing our script, and we're testing our product, and we're testing these things to understand how to best engage with the market on a cold engagement basis. So the idea is here that we get some feedback, get some critical feedback that's going to help you to improve. What's going to help you to improve your pitch? What is going to help you to actually improve the product, the solution, or the service? Or what is going to actually help you to improve the brand and the image of the company? This feedback is very, very critical because it's going to help you to enable you to understand the perception that the market has on your company, your product, and you as an individual. Once you have that information, obviously do whatever you can to improve that perception so that when you actually start engaging on a cold basis to the market, you give yourself the best possible chance to win every engagement possible. So now we come to the end of the first section of the CSI program. Yeah. So now this is about defining your ICP, defining your ideal customer profile. Now, bear in mind, what have we done? We've identified a pool of candidates from our network. We've categorized them into various industries, locations, and the strength of our relationship. We've had our initial meeting, and now we've also gained some feedback. Yeah. So now we can actually analyze that feedback and we can understand, okay, within the manufacturing industry, for example, my solution was the people were very, very receptive to my solution and there was a lot of value to be had within that solution. However, say, for example, in the finance industry, whilst the people were receptive to the message, there wasn't a lot of value. So now you can actually define, okay, which is the best industries for me to target? Which are the best locations for me to target? Which are the best departments and prospects for me to target? And now you have your ICP. You have your ideal customer profile. Yeah. What you do now, simply, I'm sure I don't have to explain this, but you simply go and profile a load of other companies that are similar to your ICP.